Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to Farm Sim 17. We're here on Watt's Farm. And we're starting our episode here, like a few others. Boom. With that. Alright, we'll move this over to the other side just to keep these guys running. We have quite the stash of boards over there, as you can see. Yeah, I'm not sure what's there. Not all of those. That back row there are all, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them there. The row along the back, of course, is just the decorative items. So, but we do have a couple of pallets of barrels to get rid of. We also have another pallet that can go to the factory of bees. There we are. That will slowly work its way back up to the original 6,000 that I pack in there. I ended up splitting some of it to this one, of course, so. Yeah. Whew. Tight little maneuvers in there. But there we are. He wasn't out. Might as well do the whole job. There we go. Whoosh. Alright. So he's running a full 6,000 plus. Excellent. Now I'm hoping that we can sell those barrels down at the warehouse. See how we do. I'm not sure how heavy they are. I know those pallets are too heavy for the tractor for some bizarre reason. I think they only weigh as much as one of those silage bales, so it shouldn't be that bad. So, not sure what the weight is on it. I need to get them somewhere I can get a little bit better line up on them here. There we go. Okay. Ooh, 1,600 kilograms. That's a fair bit. Oh, and actually, no, I guess those were... Yeah. That was kilograms, not liters, those pallets. So they were very, very heavy. 4,000 kilograms or whatever the heck it was. So, yeah. That's, alright. That only looks like a convenient shortcut. It's only a shortcut if you're real good at scaling mountains. Not much of this day left. As I say, second day of spring is going to be a busy one. Got a couple of crops to plant, hopefully a little bit of fertilizing to do, and, well, of course, it's the beginning of grass season. So, yeah. Gonna have to stock up a little better. We barely made it through winter for the amount of grass that we managed to, and that was either 2, possibly 3 goes at the, well, I guess I've got that pallet to deal with, too. But we didn't figure out what the heck can actually be done with those, did we? They won't go to the beehive. They won't go to the warehouse. Ah, we have something happening, speaking of the beehives. Interesting. Come on. There you go. Nice. It's actually got a really nice grip on those. Alright, let's just have a look at what the world's doing to us here. There's our lubberly flowers. We've got bees everywhere. They just ate another flower. Apparently the bees eat the flowers as opposed to use them for pollination. And here we have... Oop-de-doo. Almost 3 half-full pallets. Oh, 19%. Oh, wow. Okay, these are going to be hefty duty, aren't they? Huh. Honey, honey, honey. All the same product, I guess. Yep, just 100% pure honey. Wow, very nice. I'm a big fan of honey. It's a wonderful, wonderful food. Wonderful food. Back in my working days when I was working the IT department for Advanced Nutrients, I used to even eat royal jellies. So, which is the food given to queen bees, by the way. But it is certainly said by... Oh, this is the warehouse. Alright, come on, buy barrels. Do it, do it. You're buying the barrels, attaboy. Well, that's good news. They may not like the pallets, but they don't seem to mind the barrels. Okay, what did we get? 750 bucks. 750 bucks. So why won't you take these? They don't come up as wood chips, and you won't buy them. That doesn't make me happy. No, see? No, absolutely nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing. So, we'll set them over here. There we go. Well, well, well. More fun than a pallet of barrels. Yeah, I don't know. Ya-da-da. Just doesn't have the same implication as the monkeys. And I don't mean the hey hey we're the monkeys either. You guys actually remember that? Any of you? Am I the only one that reaches that level of dinosaur-y? Huh? I'm back watching Saturday morning, and you'd have all of the monkeys, which oddly enough were a real band. Well, at least they did put out a couple of songs that made the radio. I guess that makes you a real band. Yeah. Some weird stuff when we were kids. Of course, keep in mind, you know, nobody wore helmets riding bicycles. Heck, most people didn't wear helmets playing hockey. Yeah. It was a different time, and yet somehow we all managed to survive it. I almost feel bad for kids these days, you know. They don't have the same ways anymore to channel that fearlessness, you know. And there's a reason that, you know, foolish young humans are so fearless. It's so that we will learn to smarten the hell up. I mean, basically it is, right? That's why. You know, it makes you unafraid to try anything. And because we are notorious at learning only from our mistakes, that's not the right side of that pallet. How did that thing get turned around? But of course, because we're notorious for learning from our mistakes, we're set up to make as many of them as we care to. Anyway, that's just a theory. Yes, indeed. Alright. How's the day coming? 6:30, eh? We're certainly getting there. Oh, I keep thinking you can go through that way, you know? You have fooled me well, Clint, old man. Fooled me well. What happened? Start the engine? Why did the engine die? I was nowhere near any button that should work the engine. Is this one of these maintenance things? Yeah, maintenance required. Ah. Because, yeah, I was nowhere near any key that would have stopped the engine, guys. So I take it I need to get this thing down to the shop and repair it. Wow. That was weird. That's funny, it almost sounds like it's running rough. Now that would be some good realism. If your vehicle started missing and sputtering and, you know, doing the lurch thing as they went down the road, you're like, oh god, I gotta get this fixed. You wait too long, the wheel falls off. That'd be lovely. Yeah, let's go fix our little crammer here. And then we'll take the other road up to the warehouse. Oh boy. I mean, they're not expensive to fix, I don't think. At least the last one wasn't. What was it, 49 bucks or something? I don't like the way those barrels are doing the bob and weave. It's usually a sign that they're looking for an escape route. Okay. Now, of course, it could be completely unrelated, but like I said, I know I was nowhere near any key that could have possibly shut off the motor. Nothing. Nada. Niet. Alright, repairs. How much? Whoa, 1,153 denaros? Yeah, it's a good thing I'm making some money selling the, selling that stuff, man. $1,100. Well, no wonder the engine stalled. Wow. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it cost me a big chunk to get the tractor repaired. I wasn't expecting that. But, I mean, that's certainly reasonable. You know. I mean, good lord. One of my neighbors just spent $1,200 having her bloody brakes done on her car. That was just the front. I still don't know how they came up with such an incredibly rude number. But, so yeah, I guess $1,100 if it's down to the point where the engine doesn't even run. Is probably, whoa, getting off pretty easy. We almost didn't do well there. I'll tell you. So, I was sitting there yesterday. I was playing Forza Horizon 4 on my Xbox. By the way, guys, although it is available for PC, and although unlike Horizon 3 it did actually play, I can't record it. And I was talking to the guy that actually built my recording software, and he said, you know, OBS, the one that I use, he says none of them D3D gear, they're not going to do it because the game won't launch, will it? And I said, no, it won't even launch with this stuff turned on. And he's, okay, see, if it had issues, he said, then it would just be a matter of, you know, too much CPU usage or some bottleneck preventing the recording. He said, no, what it is, it's actually a part of the, well, sort of anti-cheat thing that's built into them. He said there's a lot of games like that. And he listed a few, and they tend to be Microsoft games. He said basically to capture them, you either need to use Windows' own game capture, which never seems to really work that well. I think probably because, well, you know, my computer's a bit of a potato. And he says you want to do that, you'd either have to use the, I mean, you could obviously do it with Mixer, but certainly not for PC, right? But yeah, you could either use Windows' own recorder. He says it does actually work because Microsoft recognizes it for what it is, or use a game capture card. But anyway, that's why I haven't been featuring any play of it, which is too bad. It is a pretty good game. And at the same token, as of yesterday, it finally convinced me I will never buy another Horizon game. Now, I have Horizon 2, I have Horizon 3, I have Horizon 4. And it's the bloody wheel spins in 4. You know, why is there all of a sudden, you know, and what the heck has it got to do with racing games? Why is there all of a sudden such this huge thing that, you know, oh, you have 97 different colored pairs of socks? Do you honestly think in a racing game? I mean, maybe some people do, but do you think I care what color socks I'm wearing in a racing game? I mean, the only time you see your character is on those splash screen things that go on when you win a race, or lose a race, or finish a race, let's say. You know, and quite frankly, I could do without those. They could have a static picture there with stats on it, and I would think, good. You know, to have some character who, you know, you level up 10 levels and you go, right on, I've got 15 wheel spins to burn off, and you get 9 articles of clothing, 6, you know, and 6 emotes. And that's it. That's 10 levels. That's all the work that you did for 10 levels is gone on that. You know? And I actually literally did. I did 10 wheel spins. I saved up 10 wheel spins. Did them all in a row. Yeah. $10,000 cash was the best prize. And it was the only cash prize. The other 9 wheel spins were all clothing and emotes. And I believe 7 of them were clothing. There was like 1 emote. So, yeah, I mean... not exactly useful. No, I definitely like Horizon 3 better than 4. I mean, okay, we didn't have to buy a DLC to get a snowy weather one like we did with Blizzard Mountain, but still. Does it make that much of a difference? No, not really. I mean, you can simply use an overpowered car with poorer tires and get pretty much the same conditions on dry pavement as you do when they add quote-unquote snow. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I've now successfully rambled on about what I think of Horizon 4. I mean, the gameplay's fine. It's about par with Horizon 3. But yeah, the decisions, like, to include all of the absolute garbage they now have on the wheel spins, you know. I think I've won 3 cars. I mean, I'm a level 22 and I have like 18 vehicles. And I bought 2 of those out of the auction house. You know. Now, granted, I haven't really been doing the barn finds, but... you know, I think in Horizon 3, by the time I hit level 20, I had like 60-something vehicles. You know? And granted, a lot of them were from wheel spins. In fact, it was reaching a point where I was going, geez, it's nice having all these vehicles. I wish I'd win some money on these wheel spins so that I could actually fancy them up. Alright, let's see if he'll take another round of pallets. I'm thinking probably. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. And it is starting to dark out, isn't it? I'll come down there and get a couple of fisheries officers to come down and find out why this guy does so much night fishing. I'm telling you, that ain't proper. Although, actually, I guess I shouldn't say that. In some places, night fishing is legal. Of course, in some places, dynamite fishing's legal, so, you know, wherever you're from. Well, maybe not legal, but certainly tolerated. Sheep, water, 24%. Cows, water, 14%. Well, we know what we're doing come morning. Yes, we do. Alright. So we've dealt with the barrels. The beehives are running honey like a mad bugger. That's a good thing. Alright, both mills are running. Good to see. There we go. Okay. Although I do see they're getting a little low on logs, eh? Yeah, 6,300. That one's doing a little better. Is this one ready to push off the pad yet? Nope. Okay, cool. Doo-doo-doo. Well, I think we'll bring our other tractor home, and then it should just about be time to finish the night. Like, skip through it. Let's hasten the process, shall we? There we go. Now, by the time we get home, it should be ready to switch off, and then some. Ooh, it's probably too fast. It's going to be pitch black by the time I get home. There, we'll go down to 15. Well, not many days left now, guys, and we'll be rolling out in the new farm soon. You guys have been some interesting comments on your thoughts and ideas about it, so keep them coming. A good discussion to have. Of course, all supposition until we actually get it sitting in front of us, like everything else in the game world. But that time is well nigh upon us. And although I did take a risk, break my own rules, and pre-order Farm Sim 19, another game that I'm really looking forward to, X4, I did not pre-order, and in fact will not purchase until I've actually seen that it was a successful launch, and that the game isn't a bunch of, issues built upon issues with a foundation of bugs. So, we'll have to see. But yeah, that'll be out end of this month as well. We're looking forward to it. I am, said Sam. Okay. Right there. Yes, indeed. Pretty close. Okay, is that thing full? It is too. Excellent. Alrighty, let us skip the night. Yes, indeed, we are going to go to 6:49 a.m. Let's see what sort of money our buzzes made last night. We have those 3 trailers out in the meadows. $414. They're not exactly, yeah. Not exactly gonna make us rich. Let's go down to 5x, so we do not waste too much of this day. Alright. that did fire up. Yep, okay. I thought I heard it start. It almost sounded like it stopped right after it started. So. And the weirdest issue with my cats lately, although apparently it's not that terribly uncommon, and is more common, of course, in indoor cats than outdoor cats, they all of a sudden absolutely loathe the sight of each other. Like to the point where every time they see each other they growl, they hiss, they've been hiding in separate rooms. These are cats, I mean, Dexter was brought into this household as a tiny little kitten and raised with Dixie, basically. He's known her since he was, 5, 6 years old. He's been here for over 2 years now. But there was quite the cat fight out on my porch the other night. And when I heard it and went in and checked on it, I guess it had been going on for a little bit. Both my cats were in the kitchen paying avid attention to whatever the heck this terror out the door was. And the next day they were at each other's throats. Hissing, growling, swatting, and like I said, hiding in separate rooms and the whole 9 yards, just like, two complete enemy animals. Although it's the funniest thing, they both sleep on my bed at night. I wake up in the morning and Dixie's curled up by my chest, Dexter's curled up by my feet, just like they are every night. And as soon as they get up, they go back to being ornery little dickheads. So yeah, this has been going on for 3 or 4 days now. Now, it's quite concerning because it's difficult enough to keep them, fed and watered and cleaned and on and on and on. When you're starting to wonder if one's keeping the other from food dishes and stuff, it just... What can I say? I went through all the crap in the summer with them being ill. Now I'm going through this in the winter with them all of a sudden just hating each other. But, it is, like I said, apparently not terribly uncommon, especially with indoor cats, because they are basically trapped in a space that's smaller than their normal territory. And if something like that gets them upset and they can't react to it, or they can't get out of that territory, I guess they feel quite trapped, and they'll tend to take it out on each other. Even apparently siblings, even offspring. It can end up in that sort of a scenario, where a kitten starts just hating its mother, and its mother is just being growly and owly back at it. So, yeah, but that's the latest joy from my 2 wonderful Dix and Dex, the nut bar cats. So, yes. Species 7 suffers from a very old curse. May you live in exciting times. Alright. How are we doing here? No, we still got most of the trailer. Oh, speaking of trailers, I finally realized what happened to my water trailer. I went through my Farm Sim 17 folder because I do run a bit of a potato. Let's face it. So I went through my folder, and I thought, well, at least I can do is eliminate the mods that I've tried that I know have issues or don't work or that I'm just plain not using. So I got rid of a bunch of stuff, just weird things that didn't really do what I wanted, etc. And one of the things that I got rid of was the Farmer's Classic pack. Am I not going to get a tip at all through here with this? Huh. Water is not accepted here. Brilliant. Oh, come on. I know it's the very last one. Come on, give me a tip. Give me a tip. I'll tell you, the triggers at this chicken coop are just more trouble than they're worth. Oh, am I completely stuck here now? Is that going to be a thing? No? Good. No. Oh. There we go. We got the 2 cups of water out. Phew. All right. All right. Ah. I think it's the trailer's a bit much for this tractor. Because you go to do a little bit of a turn and the thing just will not come back to center sometimes. Oops. I think I have overloaded my gear. Alright. Good enough. Should refill a little bit. There we are. Okie dokie. Get all this stuff, our usual maintenance done first things first, and then we can deal with the new things we need to do, which is, of course, like I said, we've got a field to plant with some corn. Oh, are we in fact in a position where we can plant corn? Ooh. I'm assuming, yeah. This is the beginning of the first day. Okay. Good. Alright. Alright. Now. I don't know. Cow cleanliness, 0%. I mean, is that thing just that bad? Like, that far off? Is that what's going on? You know? Because there's certainly not very much here. You're 100% clean. Okay, cows. We'll just get the woolly crunchies looked after. Hopefully we can tip this in here. You guys don't mind the little cow spit with your breakfast, do you? Poor woolly crunchies. Really? You're not going to take any of it? Oh, buggers. Annoying buggers. It's grass, man. You guys like grass. Yeah, bang. A little late for that. Huh. But anyway, guys, I see we are well over our episode here. So I think I'll call it here. I'll finish dealing with these silly critters. And next time around, we can get on with the farming stuff, shall we? So, hope everybody enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to, well, leave a like, but don't forget to leave a comment as well. Let me know what your thoughts are. This game, the next one in the line, all that sort of thing. But until then, this has been Species 7. Still says the cows. Oh, that's the pigs now that are dirty. That's good, yes. Take care of each other, folks. Then ciao for now.